Welcome back.
To another episode of Want Beef.
Beef.
I'm your host. I'm one of two. I'm two of two. Neil Rubenstein
And Andrew Bergen. We're
is one of two.
yeah, you're the second one.
I'm two, for sure.
Yeah, you are.
My contribution to this is nil. Neil doing nil.
Neil doing nil. Neil doing nil.
Today's episode is entitled
Foreign
Cuisine. Is it cuisine?
Cuisine.
Cuisine. It should be a Q.
It should.
Cuisine. Allez, cuisine. You ever watch Iron Chef?
Yeah. What does he say at the beginning?
Allez, cuisine.
What's that mean?
I don't know. Let's cook?
Yeah.
Maybe.
I that guy is so funny, like the Iron Chef guy, because it's like, what is...
Mark Damascus or Dacassis. He's actually an action. He was in a movie called Only the Strong where he was like the lead, and he was like capoeira fighter. And then he was in Hawaii Five-0 as the main bad guy, and he was in John Wick 3 as
the guy who goes, "Allez, cuisine."
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. He's like a sick martial artist.
That's great.
He's unbelievable. Yeah.
That's awesome.
He's in a lot of things as like a secondary character, and
Yeah.
he's always amazing. Oh, he's in Wu Assassin with Iko Uwais. It's a Netflix show.
Oh.
And he's unbelievable. But that's like my other favorite thing is kung fu films. So.
Yeah, you know what's funny?
That's like a really fun marriage of like, like I love food and I love action films, and then like those two. It's like, oh, when I was like, that's well fat.
Iron Chef's kind of a good place to start with foreign cuisines. I think that I was introduced to a lot of like sort of just like the entry level foreign cuisines.
I mean, I'm no expert, you know what I mean, but I don't know. I feel like I eat a lot of like foreign-y type stuff. I eat a lot.
Yeah, I feel like I eat a lot.
I'm not like Japanese this and Chinese this, but I enjoy Ethiopian, I enjoy Indian.
Yeah,
I think those are the big ones, and like I know the difference between Vietnamese and Korean. And
yeah, exactly. I think that it's a lot of people. Like, there are chicken fingers and quesadilla people.
Yeah, Chris Capel.
Yes, who don't...
Our good friend Chris Capel.
Who don't venture.
No.
Right? And then there are people who really know their shit.
Well, there's people who, like, will go to Japan and drink cobra blood. And
yeah.
I'm not that either.
I went to Japan and I had horse sashimi.
Not going to do it.
It was fantastic.
I believe you.
You would love it.
I'm not eating raw horse.
So good.
No.
Raw horse, raw egg on top. We ordered second.
No, I believe you.
No, I know. I'm not trying to.
I'm not doing it.
Yeah, I don't think that I'll have an opportunity to give it to you.
You never know if the pod blows up.
Yeah. Next thing you know, we're in Japan, and then we'll do it.
Yeah, I won't do it. Was it horse sashimi? Like, was it a slice or was it like a tartare?
It was a slice.
No.
But it was so perfectly. Like, just like a piece of fish.
I understand.
It was amazing.
I understand.
Shocking.
Just like I won't eat like certain things in like Flushing. I'm not into that stuff.
Yeah.
I'll venture.
Like a rat.
Yeah, I'm not eating, and I'm not eating like a whole chicken when it's like beaks and claws. Like, I'm not eating that stuff.
Would you have chicken feet?
No.
I had a lot of chicken feet in Shanghai.
I believe you.
It became, at a certain point, you're like, this is pretty good.
No. That's all right. I'm just not. I'll venture out in different ways. You know what I mean?
Well, wait, what different ways do you venture out? What's your extravagant sort of eating side?
Well, like I won't like turn down a cuisine. I'll just not eat the thing that I don't want to eat. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not gonna eat like a fertilized duck egg.
Yeah.
But I'll eat that. Like,
yeah, you'll eat everything around it.
Yeah, I'll eat like whatever. Yeah, if like some guy's like, oh, we're gonna eat like. I mean, I can't even think of a thing. Like, I can't think of a thing because there's nothing I wouldn't. You know what I mean? Like.
Yeah. Would you eat a horse steak?
Yeah.
Like meats that are cooked.
If it's
like
cooked,
regular cooked meat.
Yeah.
You're down.
And I would probably even eat it like on the rarer side. I'm just not eating raw because like I don't like. That's how you get sick. You know what I mean? And I'm sure the guy is expert and does the thing, but I'm not used to eating that.
Yeah.
So that, you know what I mean? Like, just like if I'm not used to eating a cheesesteak, I'm going to get sick if I eat a cheesesteak.
Yeah, it's not fun to go into eating nervous either, or like uncomfortable.
Yeah, like I'm not, like, if we go to Peru, you know what I mean? I'm not drinking the water. Like, it doesn't cook the water and then I'll drink. Like, I just don't, I think I'd get sick just because I'm not used to that water.
Yeah. It is funny, in China is like, they're like, don't drink the water here, but like, you just find yourself accidentally drinking the water. You're like, damn it. But like, at the same time, like in Shanghai, it's like the water can't be so bad that no one can drink it, you know? It's...
Listen,
they drink the water with dinner warm there. Like a little warm.
Well, dude, that's like, I think that's just like old cultures.
I think that's just like everywhere else.
Yeah, old cultures. Because like we're a new culture. Like America's new. It's 200 years old only. So like, but like England, like beer's warm. You can't get an ice cube.
Yeah.
Like that's just, we didn't have refrigeration for 4,000 years. We're not going to start now.
Yeah. Dude, English food is so weird. Like British food, like the standards. Like I know that like British food can be fantastic.
Yeah.
They have the best Indian food.
I mean, they've
ever
adopted
had there.
Indian food and changed it quite a bit to where that's what we're eating here is British Indian food.
It's so good.
My buddy went to India and I was like, "Oh, how's the food?" Like, and he's like a big Indian food guy too. I was like, "Oh, how was the food?" And he was like, "It's better here because there they don't have like the regulations." To use better quality stuff, so it's just like a dirt cat, like a dirt goat, and like like whatever.
Yeah, it's fun. Like when you get like goat here, it's like a specially like raised goat.
It's like it's a good meat. There, it's like, oh, it was in like some dude's backyard 8 minutes ago.
Exactly. Yeah, it's like this.
Like
goat...
it's literally just eaten a pile of vomit.
Yeah.
Like it's definitely been raised on its own sawdust.
But like a Scotch egg is so weird.
So weird.
It's cool. You ever have one?
Yeah, it's weird.
It's just like you're eating it and you're like, why? It should be hot and fresh, but it's not.
Did you eat haggis when you were there?
I didn't get to try haggis. I didn't even think about it.
No.
Bad?
No. Yeah. It's
you
so
tried
weird.
it?
Yeah, it tastes like. You ever have like a kasha varnishkas or the knish, not the potato knish, the other kind of knish with like the gritty, like the barley and stuff. Mm-hmm. It's like that, but also tastes like tin. Oh. So it's like bad texture and bad
it's
flavor.
That liver style.
Oh, yeah.
Get the liver out of the food.
Yeah. Well, haggis is like a bladder, I think.
Yeah, or a intestine line or something like that. It's just...
And like blood sausage, I couldn't cope.
It's... Also,
black pudding.
Yeah.
Ugh.
It's like they call things pudding.
Those aren't puddings.
They're not pudding.
Chocolate pudding is pudding.
Yeah.
Rice pudding is pudding.
Yorkshire pudding.
That's a bread.
It's good.
It's fine.
I'm not.
Yeah. That's great.
What I love.
I remember the first time I had Yorkshire pudding. I was like, "Where's the pudding?"
I think you forgot the pudding.
Yeah. And they're like, "No, that's it." And I was like, "Oh."
One thing that I loved about
bangers and mash with Yorkshire pudding at Rock City in Nottingham.
I'm surprised I actually went into British food so much, but it is a different type of food, you know? It's not, we'll delve deeper into other things, but the Sunday roast, do you know about the Sunday roast?
No.
On Sundays, they do like a Sunday roast. It's kind of like a Thanksgiving style dinner.
Do they call it gravy or sauce?
They just drool out of their mouth and they barely even talk there. But like it's like you can get turkey or chicken or something like that, and then it comes with the Yorkshire pudding and it has some like vegetable sides, and it's kind of like but every Sunday you can get it at different restaurants and stuff like that. It's really cool.
I like pasties.
Yeah.
Just basically Hot Pockets, but like done properly. Did you have a mincemeat pie? I didn't have a mincemeat pie.
I had a mincemeat pie.
I didn't have a mincemeat pie.
It was
I also like,
what you would expect.
Yeah, I don't know.
It was a mincemeat pie.
I like a full English breakfast, minus the black pudding.
Yeah, I once was a hater of the
I
beans.
love I love beans. I love beans and eggs. I love it. It's
Beans and
so
eggs
good.
are amazing.
And like in any culture, Mexican refried beans and eggs, huevos rancheros, whatever.
Just black beans and eggs.
Black
Take
beans
them
and
out of the
eggs, I'll take
can. Don't
that.
season them. Still
Uh,
good.
Baked beans and eggs, I love beans and eggs. It's great, man. It's
Um,
such a good combo.
but let's move on
And high
to
in protein, apparently.
beans. Yeah, no, it's a very healthy breakfast. Throw in a vegetable, you're good to go.
Fart, fart, fart.
Did you fart?
No, thinking about beans.
Oh
Fart,
yeah.
Fart, fart. You don't dance when you fart. Fart, fart, fart. This is the fart dance. Fart, fart, fart. All right, sorry.
No, it's good. It's good. I was lost in fart. So let's move on to Indian food.
I
Transition.
love Indian food.
We're getting Indian food right
But
now.
again, this is British food
Yeah, which
because
is
it's like all creams and stuff. Like they
Yeah.
don't do that over there.
So
I'm a big fan of like Indian culture in general. Like I just for like I don't know. I mean,
how do you?
the people are always so nice. I don't know. Like I just everyone's just friendly and like
Yeah,
I've never met an Indian guy where I'm like that guy's a jerk off. You know what I mean? I don't know. It just seems like
yeah.
they're always like super nice and polite and like, I don't know.
I don't know. I've met some bad ones,
Maybe.
but they're just people, you know.
Yeah, just people. I guess there's bad people everywhere,
But there's something about a very nice, like someone who's like culturally, like more, like growing up in an Indian family. Like there's a different type of nice, I think, that comes out of certain cultures, you know.
I don't know. Yeah, I'm a big fan of that culture. I don't know. The stuff that I've learned about it, I'm like, oh, that's sick. Like I like the movies. I like the music. I like the food. I don't know.
Yeah. It feels. I edited pictures for an Indian wedding once, and it looks
yeah?
like so much fun.
Oh, dude, yeah.
Like they kill it with stuff like that. Like I don't know. It's weird because like when you talk about this stuff, if you're not like fully informed, it almost feels like you're being like insensitive or something all of the time. I'm just like always so like just like I want to learn more. Like
yeah, I want to learn.
I just
more
don't know
about
that
it.
much right
Yeah,
now. I
don't
want to
know
learn
it.
more.
Yeah, like I'm not used to their words or their things.
Yeah.
So like I don't. I'm used. Like I know like I know the menu pretty well.
I know. It's a good intro to the culture.
But the thing also, yeah, a cuisine is a great intro to a culture. The thing with Indian food though is like, there's so many different, like when we see like Malai kofta on a menu,
Hmm.
kofta is the thing, Malai is the type of sauce, but like for the chef, it's in the style of the area where Malai comes from.
Hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like it's like korma is from like a region that does korma. Like it's like with Italian food where it's like, oh, this is like
Sicilian.
Napolitano, this
Yeah.
is Sicilian, this is Pomodoro, this is Bolognese. It's like
Yeah.
this is from Bologna, this is from whatever the place is. You know what I mean?
Yeah, totally.
So that's the thing with like Indian food where it's like we just lump it all together, but like that's not what it's really like there. Like
Yeah.
they have like
Chinese food is the most confusing when it comes to what's real, what's not, what's American, what's...
Oh, I just assume it's all American.
Well, like, for instance, there's a Szechuan...
Unless I go to like Flushing and it's like, oh, I don't recognize any of this stuff.
Yeah, and I'm starting to get more into that stuff. Like, there's this, like, tripe and beef... Is that a no?
Hard pass.
Really?
Tripe? Hard pass.
It's this cold tripe and beef
Oh,
and chili
no,
oil.
no.
It's so good.
Oh, that's like at Jean's. They do, right? Jean's does a cold tripe and beef.
Where's that?
Jean's Famous Foods? It was
Yes,
around
yes.
It was on
Yes.
on St. Mark's.
Uh-huh.
Their noodles are dope.
So good.
Their noodles are so dope.
So spicy.
I guess that, like, supposedly that's a traditional thing. Like, that's a real Chinese thing.
Yeah,
You know,
legit.
I'll eat that.
So, back to Indian food. I always find that, like, whenever I try something new, whenever I try like a new thing that I haven't had with Indian food, I'm like, what is going on? Like, it's so exciting. It's so different.
Yeah.
They have. It seems like a lot of the food. it feels like less structured, kind of like Americans. Well, let me try to put this into words. Like Americans like a hamburger, a sandwich. You know what I mean? Like a sort of handheld thing. They like a steak. Where like a lot
Well,
of times,
they do street food. They do
of
like
course,
wrapped up
um,
kofte rolls.
yeah, or dosa.
Dosa, but that's not. Is that street food? Because that's like here. Dosa is like you can't take that to go. Like
There's a dosa guy in New York that's super famous.
oh, and he's
and he's on the
curb?
street, yeah. So, but like for instance, like any of the chats.
Yeah, I can't take that to go.
No, you can't take that
eat
to
that
go.
walking. It's like it's a mess.
But like you get the chat and you're like, what is going on here? You know, like
Also, like everything's so flavorful too. So,
Yeah.
like, every bite is like this is like tamarind.
the
and,
yeah
like,
the tamarind sauce.
and
You're
then like this is like mint and yogurt, and then like this is like whatever like coriander and like I can taste the coriander. Like it's just like
yeah.
so much stuff going on.
They utilize the pestle and mortar more than
they're-
most of these other places. The spices are so much more fragrant when you go to a good place like that.
My favorite like foreigny kind of thing like is Ethiopian food.
Yeah, I don't know anything about it
that's
really.
the
I've seen
dopest.
pictures. It's like the Ethiopian food. They have the bread. What's it called?
So injera.
They have the injera.
So it's like this like flat like sourdough flatbread, and it's like real spongy, and it's just like a big platter of that, and then like on it they'll just put the stewed, like it'll be like stewed carrots and string beans.
Yeah.
I guess the famous like their pad thai is Doro Wat, which is just like stewed chicken with like a hard boiled egg.
Yeah.
And that's like super dope. And then like they do tartar. They do like a beef tartar. And then they'll do like a lot of veg, like collard greens and like potatoes and cabbage and like lentils, like red and yellow lentils. And it's like all stewed kind of stuff. And they use Burberry spice is like the.
What's that like?
It's like garam masala, but it's like just a different thing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like you know how
Yeah, garam masala is like
halal uses like babaret or whatever it's called, and then like Indian food uses garam masala.
Yeah.
They use Burberry.
It's like
the
their spice
thing.
blend.
Yeah, like cloves, cinnamon.
Mm-hmm.
Everything starts with ginger, garlic, and onion.
Yeah.
And then it's like cloves, cinnamon, cardamom, coriander.
Yeah, garam masala is the main smell with Indian food a lot of the time.
Burberry is
People
the
think
main
it's curry.
Yeah,
It's not curry.
but curry is that's like, yeah,
Yeah, people think they're like, oh, I smell curry.
yeah, okay.
I find that the food that I've probably delved most into is like Korean food. Overall, it's not like a very complex thing, but
They do a lot of like so like we'll go to like Korean barbecue in like on Bell Boulevard or whatever, and like they bring out like all these like condiments. It's like
the banchan.
It's like what do I?
How much fun is that?
Yeah, it's really fun.
And you can keep getting more.
Yeah, like I'll try this, and then you just try different combinations. And
Yeah.
like, you take your meat and you're like, I'll put some of this on it, or I'll dip it in this, or I'll eat it with this, and it's like, it's so fun.
It's like I always feel that like if I'm going out, if I want to spend a lot of money on dinner, I'm like, I think Korean is usually your best bang for your buck. If you're gonna spend a bit, because you get all of the banchan stuff, and like some places they give you 12 of them, and you can just keep going like, oh, I want more of this, I want more of this, and you get the kimchi, the bean sprouts, it's like blanched sesame leaf or any of these different things. There's one place, BCD Tofu House. Have you ever been there?
Where is that?
It's in Koreatown.
On Northern?
Koreatown is like I think it's on 34th Street.
No.
It's a little bit past. It's near Penn. It's walking distance from Penn. It's the like if you're ever in that area, that's the best food you can get near Penn Station. If you wanted to just like walk somewhere quick.
Not that Chipotle right there.
Oh no, I forgot. There's that and the Sbarro.
That and the Sbarro.
Michael Scott Sbarro.
Um, yeah, no, the only like Korean places I've been to is like in like Bayside, like on Northern or like
Mm-hmm.
up Bell. There's like in that shopping center with like Little Dumpling. So like on one side of the street is the river and there's a Key Food, the river, and Gino's Pizza, and then on this side of the street is like Little Dumpling and then like H&Y Mart, and there's like a Korean place. I've been there a couple times, and then on Bell there's like a 24-hour Korean place up towards Northern Boulevard that Christian's taking me to.
Yeah. Uh, there's like all you can eat Korean barbecue too, which is so dangerous.
Yeah.
One time I drove my friend home. He's puking
Oh.
red, his kimchi vomit all over the car.
Well, it's cool because like the all you can eat the all you can eat Korean barbecue is cool because it's like they bring you raw meats.
Yeah.
And you just keep cooking meats.
Yeah.
That it's like that's cool. Like that, I like that with like another foreign thing like a churrascaria, where like they just bring over like all the. I love that. Like just keep bringing me meat. I'll eat meat all day.
There's this great place called Picnic Garden that I could take you to one day. It's a all you can eat Korean barbecue place.
In the city?
Yeah. It's like near Flushing.
Oh, okay.
And
Picnic Garden.
it's just fantastic. Also, another amazing thing that I think is maybe people try less with Korean food is sundubu, which is a tofu soup, which doesn't sound that exciting, but it's in this like red pork broth, and it's just got the fresh tofu at the bottom, and it's like other meats in there, and sometimes seafood. Very, very underrated because usually people go for bibimbap.
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 Bim-bap. Bim-bim-bim-bap.
Or you ever have tteokbokki?
Bulgogi?
Tteokbokki.
No.
It's I'm probably pronouncing it wrong, but it's the rice cakes. You know the rice cakes?
Oh yeah.
It's the rice cakes in that red
And the sauce. Yeah, I love that.
How
That's
good is that?
really good.
And sometimes they melt cheese over the top.
I didn't know what that was. Yeah, those are great.
Yeah.
So my buddy Christian, he loves like all Asian foods. He loves it. So like he constantly makes us all go to like these like random spots in like Queens and stuff, like just hole in the walls, underground, back of another building.
I love it.
And yeah, like you order. I don't know, you know, like I just I'm like, I don't know. And then he'll be like, do you have the this and the this? And he'll just get like, and it just, sometimes it'll be like a silken tofu and I'm like, this is gross. And then so sometimes it'll be like, it'll be just chicken with the bone and dried chilies diced finely. So you can't,
It's impossible
to eat. It's literally impossible to eat. And then him and my buddy Todd are just like killing it. And I'm like, it's just bones and
Americans do not like difficulty. First off, don't like bones overall.
I don't put bones in my food.
And they don't like to have to do more, like too much work. Unless it's lobster.
Even then, I don't want to. Oh, I want my lobster on a roll.
Yeah, I don't. If I'm getting,
I want to toss with some mayo and on a buttered bun.
Sometimes I used to like to go to Joe's Crab Shack.
I love. Oh my gosh, that is one time where I'm totally cool with doing work.
And it's fun. Like on a hot day, you get some cool drinks.
Or I would go to when I was working at the Comedy Cabana in South Carolina, Myrtle Beach. Right across the street is like an all-you-can-eat seafood place.
Oh yeah.
And yeah, I would just sit. I was sitting. I would take the meat out of the legs, and instead of eating it as I go, I would stack it and then eat it afterward. You know what I mean? I was just I was doing the work first and then I was gonna eat it, and these two ladies were just looking at I got defensive at first. I was like, "Can I help you?" And they were like, "Yeah, how do you do that?" I was like, "Oh, you gotta squeeze. You gotta squeeze when you break." So funny, but yeah, dude, that's the one time where I'm like, I'll work for this.
Yeah, so there's a lot of Asian places now that are doing Cajun crab boil stuff, and because it's similar to dry pot, which is sort of thing they do at Szechuan places. So I've been noticing a lot, like even here, because I find that Long Island is like always a little late to the party when it comes
Yeah.
to food like this. But like I think people in general are more.
Long Island's a little bit more adventurous than I would have assumed.
It's getting more adventurous, more so in Nassau.
No, because out there they like Patchogue and Bayshore and all those places. They all have like fun cuisines. Like
Yeah.
I don't look. There are rednecks out there, but there's also like they'll eat some food.
Yeah. What do you think is like the? So it's like each cuisine has a gateway food.
Right, so like pad thai.
Pad Thai,
For Thai, and then like General Chow's chicken,
chicken tikka masala.
chicken tikka masala.
I think dumplings are kind of more of like a intro to real Chinese food.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, like just like a wonton.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're kind of like, okay.
You're like, oh, I like a wonton, and they're like, would you like shrimp noodle? And you're like,
Yeah, can you put it in a wonton?
and they're like, well, it's kind of a wonton. You're like, ooh.
And you're like, shumai, okay. And then it's like California roll is the sushi.
Yeah, as the sushi one is like, no, it's got cream cheese. You like cream cheese? And you're like, what?
No,
Oh,
that's
my
a
God. Boston roll. That's a Ugh.
Philadelphia roll. Philadelphia roll.
Philadelphia? I think Boston also has cream cheese.
I don't think so. Boston is like a shrimp roll.
Whatever, they're both bullshit roll. Like they're both
Yeah. Like,
full of shit.
out of those standard rolls, I like Alaskan. I think Alaskan's the best one. That's salmon
Gotta be
avocado.
Salmon, yeah, okay.
That's my favorite roll.
I like-
Probably.
I like shrimp tempura on the inside and lobster on the top, lobster salad on the top. Or I'll take spicy crab on the top. That's good too.
That's nice.
Yeah.
Sushi is
Sushi's fun.
but
I love like so. Yo, right here is an all you can eat. Like it's $25.
oh yeah,
Yo,
I've
we
been
should
there.
we should go because I think we would put him out of business.
we should put him out of business. We should do a marathon live stream
Yeah,
from the sushi place.
dude, I'll. It's like only 3 shumai in an order, and I pop shumai like popcorn. So I'm just like 9 orders. Like just keep bringing me shumai.
Have you ever been to a place where they like if you ordered you have to finish everything, otherwise
Yeah.
they
Well, I mean they frown upon you leaving shit over.
they'll charge you for it.
Yeah, that's fine.
I once
I'll eat it.
was like on my way. I was in Boston working, and I went to this all-you-can-eat sushi place, and I just overdid it a little bit. But so I have one more roll on my plate, and I'm stuffed. And she goes, eat one more.
Oh, she was being like a jerk about it?
Yeah, she was like, eat one more, and I'm like,
Like one whole row or just one piece?
first she said one piece. And I go, okay, am I done? She goes, eat one more. And I'm like, how many? I eat that. I'm like, okay, can I go? Like, I have to get back to work. She's like, one more. And I was like, why are you doing this to me? This is like a crazy torture. There's one roll left. And she keeps going, one more.
One more.
One more.
Yo, I went to this place over here with Christian once. I don't even want to talk about the whole story. The whole story's crazy. The place was flooded. They still like sat us. We're like, we can go. We can come back. And they're like, no, come in. And like literally like water's pouring out of the wall. And we're like, okay. But he ordered like shrimp with like crispy noodle. And I was like, oh, I'll just get shrimp chow fun. And the guy was like, no, get a vegetable. I was like, what? Like they're just so like, I don't know. Like they just don't like they don't like it doesn't translate that like that's super rude. Like you're offensive.
I think that it's like the
It's
way
just a
that,
language barrier.
yeah, but it's like when you think about the way that they would do it in an American with a guy whose English is his first language, he'd be like, no, I really think that you should get a vegetable.
Yeah,
like
no,
I think
I recommend the vegetable, or I recommend a vegetable.
Yeah,
because he's you know what I mean.
But really,
but
it's
instead he's just like, get a vegetable. And I'm like,
what you're like, but really, like the other guy's just a lot of extra words, a lot of padding.
Yeah.
You're like, oh no, I really think that you should get a vegetable because
and
eventually
also probably it's got something to do with the culture too. Like where like they're packed in. You know what I mean? Like they're like hustling, so they don't stop for the pleasantries, whereas we're like, we're also soft. We have to be like, oh, can I get this for you? Like, no, just
Yeah.
let's go.
I know. I like I don't like Pat's steaks.
Pat and Gino's?
Yeah, I don't like Pat's steaks,
garbage.
but I like the places to a certain extent. It gets a little annoying, but you know how when you order there,
Yeah, they just
they're
keep
like
it
just
moving.
I like that.
Yeah, but
I don't love the way they do it there, but like
I don't like that.
I like the idea that like
If I'm new here, explain.
but like I think that if they're like this is what you should do.
Okay.
So most people do that.
Okay.
I don't think they should shame you for
That's the thing. Though.
I don't like that.
It's like, dude, you work at Pat's. Yeah.
Yeah. He's
You know
like
what I
what?
mean?
He's like, yeah, but I worked here for 60 years.
And we're not. Neither of us are better than the other person. How about I'm gonna order a sandwich and pay for it, and then you just give me the sandwich.
I know, as if like it's like a complex, like you could really like. They're like, oh, I want a sandwich, but no meat on one side.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, come on.
Like,
Yeah, like if that, like that, I get. Like yesterday with that guy at the taco place, it's like, listen, I get not wanting to modify the chef's vision, but like, dude, the guy only wants these three things. Just
it's not that hard. It's
you
so
have those
easy.
things, you're assembling them.
We're
as we
alone
go.
here too. It was just us.
Yeah,
And he's like, "Can I have steak, cheese, and bacon on the plate?"
Yeah.
And they're like, "Well, the chef has to do this and that." It's like the chef is an idiot.
Yeah.
Like, what do you not understand?
Yeah.
It's frustrating sometimes.
Young is on his way. He's taking care of our order today.
Very nice.
He'll
'Cause
be here in 8 minutes.
You talk to like I respect the wait staff a lot.
Yeah, of course.
And like I respect like all of these things. But like when there's no one there, it's like
no, that's a bullshit policy. That's you're assembling tacos. You're a taqueria.
yeah.
You can put just meat, cheese, and salsa on this guy's
It's
taco.
not that hard. It's so easy. Like
It's not like, oh, but the cabbage slaw is already on it and the aioli. Let's just skip those steps.
yeah.
We're the only customers in here.
Yeah. It's crazy.
Yeah, that
It's like why don't you just go into the kitchen like cuz you have no other customers and be like, "Hey, just like don't put that in." Like
Yeah, that
you have
that
to be
guy-
like I'm
yeah.
allergic to this and that. Like why
Yeah.
can they do it then, but they can't do it if you don't want it?
Yeah. So that's a little annoying. You know, like, oh, you have to order like this. You have to say with or without. It's like, well, what am I talking about? Onions, duh. It's like, oh, well, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
It's my first time here. Like,
I know Pat's and Gino's isn't the best example because I
they're
hate
hor-
them.
yeah, they're
but
terrible.
but it's the first place I could think of that has like a this is how you order.
I don't like it. I don't like that. I'm gonna order how I order. You don't like it, I'll go somewhere else. It's fine.
Yeah, I mean I like how if you go to a deli here, right in the morning, like people just walk up bacon, egg, and cheese, hot sauce, salt,
Yeah.
pepper, and they're like, okay, thanks, next.
Yeah.
I like when it works like that naturally.
Yeah. And then they're not jerks about it. The bagel place isn't like, hey, what do you? Come on, hurry up, boy, we got all day.
Yeah.
You're like, oh, hey, are this fresh? And they're like, yeah, it's pretty good. You're like, oh, thank you.
Yeah.
I'll have one of those.
You know what I love when I get an honest no at a restaurant. When I go, how is this?
How's it?
And they're like, I would go with something else. Like I think
It's
that's
not
not.
my favorite.
Yeah.
People do order. It's not my favorite. And I'm like,
Yeah. I'm like,
Right.
I'm like, that
And you
to
know
me.
what I hate is when you go somewhere and you're like, what's everyone get? Like, what's the thing I need to eat here? Like, what are you guys famous for? And then it's like some like doesn't care behind the counter, and she's like, I don't know. You're like, you don't know. You don't know. You don't know what you ring in constantly.
You don't know the main thing.
What do you ring in? Like, what's the thing you're tired of ringing in? I guess the buffalo slice. Thank you. I would like a buffalo slice. How fucking hard is that?
Look, like I don't know. I understand.
I'm not from here. I would like
understand.
to try the thing you're best at.
I know. I understand that first off, the tipping system is unfair and cruel, in the first place.
Yeah, dude, raise wages. It's nuts.
It's like because
You're the guy who owns the business. Why am I paying your fucking staff?
because it's frustrating for the when you go like I have to tip, right? It's frustrating. We're good tippers overall.
Yeah, very good.
Very good tippers. But like sometimes you get bad service and you're like you want to punish them, but it's wrong.
But I know that this guy's got rent to pay, so I can't do that.
Yeah, like his life sucks. Like if he's upset at his job, something's not right. But
that's why there should be a wage.
Yeah.
What is the system?
Just charge more for the food.
Or not even. You run a business. You decided to open a business. You have to pay your labor. I'm not paying your labor for you.
Yeah, but look.
It's not my business.
But look, if they start charging, if you go to a nice restaurant,
they raised the prices on everything. Everything's another $1, $2. So what? Who gives a shit?
Exactly.
It's another $1. Okay.
So it's for each thing you order, it's an extra $1 or $2, you know, and then they just give them that money, so they're guaranteed. They know when they go to a table, if they order a lot of shit, they're gonna get paid.
We gotta be at 28.
Oh yeah, no, we're past 28. We're at 36.
Oh, okay. Let's wrap this up then.
Yeah, we can do another foreign food episode.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. See, leave a comment. Let us know.
We can go more specific.
What you guys want.
Yeah, what do you guys want?
Yeah. What do you guys want?
They're like, stop doing the podcast.
Yeah, we
we're
want
like,
you to just fall off a bridge.
Yeah.
We gotta walk backwards out of a window. Thank you for consuming our product.
Like and subscribe. Do the things that help us get like into the algorithm. Just anything. Click the button.
Share stuff. That always helps.
Just a bunch of buttons. There's a lot of buttons.
Yeah, just click around.
And you could press them, and the more you press, as long as it's not the bad ones, it's good.
I mean, even the bad, like you're spending time here to complain.
Yeah.
Then it works in our favor.
Listen, do anything like if you pay attention to us, that's what we want. For the most part.
Love me.
Love Neil.
All right, that's it.